I'm really, really happy to hear you say that you're working on the second book. Without giving it up completely, can you give me a sense? What's that book about? How's that process going?
So that process is truly amazing. And I won't give you too much, but I will tell you this. So that first book, so I wanted my second book that I'm doing right now to be my first book, but no one knew about David Goggins. So I had to get that first book out first, so everybody knows, okay, this is where I started from, and this is where I'm at now. Now, I have all these different tools that I've never talked about. I talk about the cookie jar, I talk about taking souls, callous your mind, 1 second decision, 40% rule.
Yep.
I talk about all those things in the first book. Those are all the basic, small cookies, man. The thing that really put me over the fucking top, I couldn't talk about in the first. I had 500,000 words for the first book, and the first book has 100,000 words in it. So I got 400,000 words I couldn't put in there. I'm like, let the people know about me, give them some takeaways. But the second book is the one I'm really excited about, because this is right here is the making of it all. This is what really transforms that person to that next level. And it's not this bullshit that you see, like these little 5 this, 5 seconds. It's so much more than that. It is principles. It's hardcore building blocks on the mind that I'm just excited, man. I can go deep into it for days, but it's just hardcore building blocks on how to take your game, whatever your game is, to that next level.
Listen, the first one's got to breathe. I mean, like I said, I've already read it multiple times. I'll read it again while I wait for this one, but give me a sense. Like, when does this one drop? When can I see the second book?
It'll probably drop sometime next year. I have a kid's book coming out also. So the kid's book is it's a Can't Hurt Me for kids, basically, because everything I put out is my raw, real way of looking at life. And my life wasn't easy, so I'm not going to write a book like with no cuss words in it, because life wasn't that simple for me. So for me to paint a picture of how I felt, you're going to see and hear some fucks and whatever. But the kid's book, it goes way back into the dungeon of stories that I've never told anybody. And so that's coming out really soon, probably the next 6 to 7 months, 8 months probably. But then my big book that I'm really looking forward to, that may be the end of next year when that comes out. So that's that.
Be sure to keep me in mind. You know that. Listen, it's pretty self-evident, David, but for people who don't have Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds, by now everybody should know where to find a book. But if they don't and they're hearing this and they're compelled, what's the best way to get the book?
You know what? I self-published. So the only way to get the book pretty much is through Amazon. So go on Amazon, and they have it there. And also the audio book, we actually passed Michelle Obama, a few weeks ago as far as like, our sales or what weekly sales. So we passed Michelle Obama on the audio book, which is a huge thing. I mean, she got a $65 million, advance. I actually paid for my book. So, the audio book's amazing. It's never been done this way. It's like an audio book, podcast, radio show, all in one. It has me reading some. There's a guy named Adam reading some. I'm interjecting through it all, giving you stories that I don't even put in the book. So it's just quite unique, authentic to who I am as a person. So, yeah, Amazon and Audible are the two places you can get the book and the audio book.
Well, there's no doubt. I've been thinking really hard how to get to or who to put on our 100th episode of the podcast. I'm proud of that, David. And I had to be really certain about who it was going to be. I knew you were the guy. It was just a matter of finding out whether or not your availability was going to match up with that. So can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming on. Great to get caught up with you. The book is amazing. We'll look for the kids' book. We'll look for the big book next year. And my man, what can I say? You're the best. Thank you so much.
Hey, Jim, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate what you do, man. Stay hard, brother.